Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing a christening bow. I've made this bow a lot and my customers really seem to like it, so I figured I would show you guys how I do mine. What you're going to need is, I do mine all white, but you can pretty much pick whatever color you want. You will need a set of spikes, a twisted boutique bow. You're going to need a base bow and a clip. I already glued mine together. You're going to need a set of surround bows, surrounded bows. This is partially done and I will show you why there's only 3 loops of decoration on it. You are going to need side bows. These are already blinged out. You are going to need some rhinestone mesh. You can pick this up pretty cheap at Dollar Tree. And you are also going to need a 1.5 inch piece of 3/8 inch grosgrain and a 2.5 inch piece of 3/8 inch grosgrain. And I will explain why they are blinged out like this as well. You're also going to need scissors, needle and thread to sew up your pieces. You're going to need a lighter. You're going to need a hot glue gun. Helpful but not included are some single prong and double prong clips. And I believe that is all you need to start. So once you have all of your pieces together, you're going to start blinging everything out. And the way I do it with the side bows is I wrap the rhinestone mesh around and measure out pretty much how much I'll need. This has 5 strips and you only use 2, so you'll end up getting 2 full loops from each piece you cut, and then you'll have some left over. I cut the full piece and then cut another full piece and cut those apart. As you can see, I have done up 3 loops and I have left one alone to show you how I glue on all of the sparkles. Alright. So you're going to start pretty much right under the center and just glue one end down. This is not going to take a whole lot of glue, because the rhinestone mesh is sort of, well, open, so you don't want to add a whole lot of glue. And about halfway around the loop, I'll tack it down there. And it's easier just to dab it onto the backs of the rhinestone piece. And then lay it down, keep wrapping around the loop, and you'll come around to the back. And as long as you've measured properly, it will stop before the center and you will end up leaving your entire center open, which is what you want to do. So you're going to glue that down. And you do that for all 4 loops, and you will have surrounds that look like that. Now onto these pieces, because I'm pretty sure you're trying to figure out why these look so funny and why there's a big old gap here. I run a full piece across the 1.5 inch chunk, which gets you about 6 of the little gems across, and I put that down but not glue it down when I'm figuring out how to lay the rhinestone mesh down on this. You're going to want a cross shape. But once you figure that out and you split it out, glue down the rhinestone mesh on that. And when you are done, we're going to attach the 2 pieces. So just drop a little bit of glue there. Now, if you did get 7 across, you're going to want to make sure that that 4th one is directly in the center. You want to get this as centered up as possible. And then just push it down. Make sure it adheres. This is going to be your bow center. So, there you go. And then it is just a matter of assembling all of the pieces. I also do wrap the centers of the side bows with all of the rhinestone mesh. So I'm going to quickly put all of this together, or at least attempt to quickly put it all together, and then I will come back to show you how to add these to the surround that has been encrusted with rhinestone mesh. So I will be back. Alright, we are back. The bow is fully assembled with the exception of the side bows. Now this is where the clips really do come in handy because you're working with a far bulkier surface, plus it tends to shift a lot more. So line up your first side bow and really clip as close to the center as you can, making sure to get through all of the layers. Getting stuck on something in the bow back there. There we go. And as always, whenever I show you guys how to do this, clip around all of the loops on the bows. So that is the first one pinned on. It is helpful to pin on the side bows before gluing them on, so that you can make sure you do get them even. It's especially important when you're gluing onto the rhinestone mesh because it is very unforgiving if you make a mistake. So again, you're going to come around and make sure that everything is even. As you can see, that one loop was not. And this is why it is very, very helpful to clip the side bows on before gluing them. Because then you can do any tweaking that you need to do. Alright, that looks even, so we are going to start gluing. And again, as always, peel back the loop. Just drop a little bit of hot glue in there. And because you're working on 2 different levels with the rhinestone mesh, you're going to want to really get in there and pinch hard. And then just work your way around the bow. Remember, you pinch really hard and make sure you get in there really good. Now I go as close to the center so I have plenty of room to flip this back and put it down so that as you push, the hot glue goes up but doesn't leak out of the bow. And hold down for a second or two. And if you're not sure if it's set, you can always hold down longer. That is completely up to you. I just have a pretty good idea of how long it takes for my hot glue to set. Oh, and you'll learn this with time. But just make sure everything has set. You can take out the clips holding the side bows. Clean up any hot glue strings because they will happen. Especially with this bow where it's very glue heavy because you're adding so much embellishments to it. And then just give the loops a little yank. You can take these clips out at this point if you want, just to give it a little bit more of a yank and make sure it lays just right. Now, I would stiffen this before you add the embellishment, but when you do, it's literally just adding this right to the center. If you find that you've made it a little bit too big, you can always trim it down. But this is sort of what you're aiming for. I actually think I am going to trim mine down just a little bit. I think it's a scotch too long. So, you're going to trim, make sure you heat seal. That's much better. And you're going to want to glue that down till you have something like that, and this will make a very, very lovely christening, communion bow, baptism bow, oh, yep, even christening or baptism, even a communion. This will make a very lovely bow, or even just a church bow. If you're making it just a church bow, you can do it in pretty much any color you wanted. But this is a very blingy, splashy bow. Now, if you want to add more bling to it, you can always bling out each individual spike and the ends of the side bows. I am not, however. I did have a customer once who I put bling on every every inch of this bow that I could possibly do, and she still swore it was not enough. It all depends on what your customers or your preferences, if you're making this for a personal bow, are. But know you have options. You can add the eyelet lace flowers into it for a little bit of lace up at the top. Marabou feathers you can add in there too. Embellish it as you see fit. But that is the bow. Like I said, I am going to stiffen this. Then I will add the cross on, and I will include a picture at the end of this video to show you what it looks like. If you liked this video, please click the like button. Click the share button if you know anybody that would be interested in it. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, which most of you are not, please click the subscribe button right next to that. Right next to the subscribe button is the bell button. It sets your notifications for videos. Please click please click to set it to all, so you're notified every time I upload a new video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those in the comment section below. I will do my best to link everything that I have on this bow in the description box. It's going to be a little hard to link the rhinestone mesh because, like I said, I got it from Dollar Tree, but I will link the white ribbon that I use. And I will see if Ribbon and Bows Oh My has the rhinestone mesh, or I will see if I can find it on Amazon as well. It's going to be cheaper if you get it at Dollar Tree, but I realize that not everybody's Dollar Tree carries it. So I will try to find some online sources for you guys. If you have any video suggestions, please leave those in the comment section below, or send us a message through our Instagram page. I thank you guys for watching again, and have a great day. Bye.